Let's go. I wish a void opened in the air. Just suck me up, cause I really don't care. While I'm falling, I wonder if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. Disappointment echoes in my brain. Anyone would really go insane. Empty hands promised me everything. Gave me nothing in the end. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would. While I'm falling, I would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. When I fall, would you miss me at all? I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. Oh shit, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Man, look at all these games. Holy jeepers. Hey, I love the music. Hell yeah. Experience cutting edge tools.
pretty cool. Festival of Reckoning trailer. Fun. Oh. Damn. That's actually pretty cool. It's kind of crazy how The Walking Dead popped off.
Have you ever been playing a
Whoa. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. They really trying to promote this Dark Heresy
Peggy
one.
16.
The Inquisitor's worth is not in the life they once lived. The highborn aristocrat or the criminal lord, it matters not. What matters is resolve. What matters is duty. What matters is the Emperor's will. We are those who see what others cannot. We pull at tangled threads of corruption, knowing each knot unraveled may draw us deeper into damnation.
That's
We choose who may live and who must burn. Remember this, Acolyte. Indecisiveness is a poison. Hesitation is heresy. Vigilance takes all that you will ever be. our duty. No matter the cost.
Damn, let's go. What the fuck is that?
Entire towns ravaged by an enemy we did not yet understand.
Oh. Looked like a damn alien. I was like, wait, what is that? Definitely gonna watch that.
Welcome to Pink Line Harbor.
That's cool. Oh my god, there's actual biomes for this? That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my god, that's sick, bro. What?
That sounds fun.
This is a Bikini Bottom News special report.
This game actually does look really good. It looks like a pretty good SpongeBob game.
They'll be studying this in art schools for centuries.
Let's flex at each other. I am fast.
Keep at it, boys!
Attention! Attention!
Cool, huh? We made it! We made it!
Welcome. No need to thank me, but feel free.
Yeehaw! That's how you do it!
Bounty Rush. Ooh, One Piece. What's this? Already losing interest.
車を壊したぞ。もう誰も引き返せねえ。D はまた必ず嵐を呼ぶ。お前らの時代は終わりだ。条件は同じ。勝った方の総取りだ。まだだ。タクト突き進むのみだ。ショックミネ殺されても文句は言うな。アンステート
Gameplay looks interesting.
バウンティーラッシュ。
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. Let's go.
Harbor. Your target is billionaire Larry Pinkstock. He's on board the big cruise ship in the bay. You can't miss it.
When I sat down to play High on Life 2 for the first time, I was optimistic but also slightly skeptical. I'm hardly alone when I say that I love the first one. It was a rare example of a genuinely funny game, and it happened to be an excellent first-person shooter to boot. But making sequels to comedies is no sure thing. Just look at the very long list.
I doubt that any normal developer could pull it off when it comes to High on Life. But this is High on Life, boys. This is High on Life. The first one was amazing as a first-person shooter comedy. This one, I expect to be no less.
Of great comedy films that got bad follow-ups. So how would a video game comedy sequel fare?
Thanks for coming by. Check out the merch. All totally legal.
If the hour of High on Life 2 I played is any indication, it's got a great chance to be as funny as, and possibly even more fun on the gameplay side than, the 2022 original. In that hour alone, I wandered around a beautiful beachside alien town.
This sandcastle is being condemned for being a public safety hazard.
Met a semi-depressed new gun named Travis and got completely wasted with him.
Fuck yeah! Just you and me, baby!
Impressed some alien teenagers with my skateboarding skills. Circumcised a giant alien phallus with a laser. That could work. Yes, you heard me correctly. Stole the fedora from the 1996 movie Dunstan Checks In. Look it up.
I need that fedora. It's perfect. Think about how good it would look on me.
Tried unsuccessfully to solve a murder mystery.
Look alive, soldier.
And bounty hunted a billionaire who, yes, did meet his demise.
Seriously, am I a criminal now?
Did I laugh along the way? Yup. Is the first-person shooter combat improved over the original? Certainly. Did I appreciate the variety of gameplay within this small slice of the campaign? Most definitely yes. Like I said, I went in optimistic, but when my demo ended, I was more excited than ever for High on Life 2's February 13th, 2026 release.
Oh, that's soon. Hell yeah.
Time out. It's Gessie. She's breaching.
My God, she's beautiful. So we love too.
I began in Pink Line Harbor, a beach town with a bar,
It's actually a map now. Look at that. Ha!
skate shop, a bar and grill overlooking the sea, and more. It didn't take long for me to find trouble, as a pair of fellow bounty hunters accosted me and eventually recognized me as a mark with a big bounty on my own head.
No avoiding it, I guess. Take him out. Time bubble breath.
After taking them out, the bottleneck was clear and I was free to explore the harbor. This gave me my first taste of High on Life 2's new traversal mechanic, skateboarding.
Oh, shit. Thanks, dude.
I've played a lot of first-person shooters in my day, but I'm not sure I've ever played an FPS with skateboarding in it until now.
Yo, what a great decision, by the way. The gameplay looks like amazing with the skateboard. That was one of the things that I had a problem with. I'm not even going to lie about it whenever I played the first game recently. The movement was good. It was good. I was like, man, the character is slow. And, oh my god, the skateboard, what a brilliant idea to come up with, by the way.
I have to say, I love how developer Squanch Games has implemented it here. It's basically your run function. When you press the sprint button, your outlaw hero deploys their board and starts riding. You can grind on rails to really get around the open play spaces faster, and you've got momentum like an actual skateboard does too, allowing you to catch air if you're skating in, say, an empty pool on a cruise ship. I'm really interested to see how the skateboarding gets utilized throughout the campaign. I already saw it incorporated into a basic puzzle in my demo. After solving that simple locked door puzzle with the help of my skateboard, I cruised into Pink Belly's bar and grill and met Travis.
My God, I think that's a reference to SpongeBob, the Pink Belly.
On his luck alien.
Oh no, that's it's not. It is Ed, Ed and Eddie.
To be a gun, who's getting drunk at the bar after a fight with his wife.
My wife just ditched me over an argument, and now I've got to go on a very expensive weekend cruise all by myself.
It's here we see a welcome tweak to the first High on Life. You now have dialogue choices for each of your gun characters. If you choose one that's from a different gun than what you're holding, you'll put that gun away and take out the one whose response you've chosen. This allows for plenty of funny options, and while I wouldn't say this alone encourages replayability, if you do happen to run through High on Life 2 more than once, at least you can ensure that you won't hear all of the exact same dialogue.
Forget about her. Barkeep, 2 shots pronto.
You've got to keep Travis happy as you pretend to be his drinking buddy, as he's got a spare ticket for the cruise ship that you need to get aboard, since that's where your target, the billionaire Larry Pinkstock, is believed to be. And so there's a literal happy-o-meter at the top of the screen that you'll...
So you literally gotta play along with this fucking gun until you make friends with him and he allows you to use them, and then he gives you the ticket to get in.
Fill by dancing in a DDR-like minigame.
You're a natural.
Playing darts while hammered.
Oh!
And drawing a portrait of Travis.
Should we send this to Jan after you're done? She might want to see it.
Naturally, this leads to a bar
Oh
fight,
my God, this is the best thing ever.
and you vomiting and blacking out and waking up on the beach.
I feel like we really connected here.
Did my actions during any part of this gameplay sequence seem to really matter? Not really, but did I
It doesn't matter, man. That's what's up. That's funny.
laugh throughout it? Absolutely. Naturally, getting aboard
Oh my
the
God. That thing's got nipples. It's got titties, dude. It's got
I
boobies.
laugh throughout it? Absolutely. Naturally, getting aboard the ship isn't as easy as simply walking onto it. You'll need to fight your way through some more bounty hunting bad guys. This battle gives you a good sense of how traversal, from the skateboard to using Knifey as a grappling hook, is organically
I'm so happy they kept that. I'm so happy they kept that.
combat. If you keep moving, you'll be tough to bring down, particularly when you mix in frequent use of each gun's special attack. They're each on a cooldown, so you can't spam them. Combat definitely feels more layered in this sequel than it did in the first game. In other words, you've got more options at your disposal in any given encounter, and that's a good thing. Once aboard the ship, called the Pink Line Panacea,
Bro, I hope this game pops off.
you'll need to give up your guns at the security checkpoint before enjoying the perks of your VIP ticket, which includes the highlight of the evening, a murder mystery party. Thus, getting dressed up for the big event is a must, so Travis buys you both wild, matching Austin Powers-looking purple suits from a vendor who looks suspiciously like an alien version of John Waters.
Look at them. They're perfect.
It makes sense because of the gun that he is. Like, he looks very colorful and tropic, so it only makes sense that you get the best.
Anyway, I needed to get my friends, aka my guns, back, and so Travis and I wandered into Pinkstock's museum to
I hate
search
that.
them. We didn't find them, but we did find the fedora.
Oh my God, there's so many references to movies. We got a fucking Star Wars reference.
By Dunstan the orangutan in Dunstan
I
Checks
don't know what
In,
that's to.
which Travis instantly becomes obsessed with.
Oh my God. They have
Massive
a
dick
fedora
over there.
exhibit?
So, how to get it for him without alerting security. Well, as luck would have it, the adjacent museum piece is a giant alien phallus set up for museum patrons to circumcise using the circumcision laser.
And I bet you've got to work it through these dollar bills like it's a maze, huh?
Spoil the puzzle solution, but let's just say that yes, I did get Travis that fedora, and acquiring it was a very funny process.
Go ahead and use those buttons to control my circumcision.
Yep, I knew it.
More exploration of the ship led us to the Lido deck, where a gang of unruly teens had managed to get their hands on Knifey. And in a clear, humorous nod to Tony Hawk, the teens agreed to return Knifey if I showed off my skateboarding skills by collecting the letters scattered around the deck that happened to spell out the word gonads. LOL. And as you can already see, High on Life 2 is chock full of variety, and I haven't even told you about the best part of my demo yet.
All right, we're impressed.
You know what? You're pretty cool.
I made my way back to the cabin and passed out before the party. Once we woke up and got to the VIP Murder Mystery Bash, I found 4 strange fellow guests, and soon our mysterious host appeared. I expected a very light bit of clue gathering in this sequence, and if that's all it had been, High on Life 2 still would have earned points in my book for continuing to mix up the gameplay. However, developer Squanch Games had other ideas.
Really?
The murder mystery is no joke, both tonally and difficulty-wise. The team clearly took this section very seriously, and as such, you'll need to talk to all 4 suspects repeatedly, scour the room for both obvious and hidden clues, make notes in your on-screen notepad, and eventually not just accuse one of the 4, but have collected enough evidence and made enough connections to establish a motive and credibly pin the crime on one of them. I'm purposely...
That's crazy. That's pretty cool.
Not showing you any of this because I don't want to spoil any of it for you, but I'll admit that while I did end up accusing the correct person, I hadn't solidly established a motive, and thus, I failed to solve the murder mystery.
Oh.
I can't wait to play this again in the final version of the game in order to take another crack at it.
Really?
Hello, my esteemed guests.
Seriously, am I a criminal now? Am I gonna die?
I escaped the murder mystery via a water slide that took me down to the lower deck. This led to another big battle where I got to test out another new weapon in High on Life 2, the Flint Turtles. They're temporary use pickups in the practical sense, and in the literal sense, they're adorable reptiles who happen to breathe fire, making for convenient single-use flamethrowers.
I think that's an interesting idea. I really do. Because I saw the trailer for the Turtles already. I think that's really cool. I can't remember the last time I played a game with this many options. I think Doom Eternal, honestly, was probably the last one that had breakable mounts like that, where you pick them up and you can shoot them and then they break.
One mini-boss fight and a few more rounds of regular combat later, and I found myself at the end of my demo in a proper boss fight against Craig, the leader of the bounty hunter gang that had been harassing me throughout my demo. Craig proved to be a pretty traditional first-person shooter boss foe. He had attack patterns to learn and weak moments where I could really let him have it. I wouldn't say this fight was better than the excellent boss battles in the first High on Life, but it was an engaging enough encounter.
Now you're abusing your pet, huh? Oh!
Your skin is so nice!
He's another legend of America.
All told, I was pleasantly surprised by my hour with High on Life 2. Not surprised that it was good, to be clear, I expected that, but rather delighted by just how nicely the gameplay has evolved from the first game and how much smart, funny, and unexpected variety there was throughout the gameplay.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't simply
shooting
the entire time, far from it. If the whole of High on Life 2 matches what my 1-hour slice brought to the table, then it's going to be a very welcome addition to Xbox, including Game Pass on day one, PC, and PS5. For more on High on Life 2, don't miss our exclusive IGN First gameplay, And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Yeah, baby, let's do this. Just you and me against the world. Forget about my old life. I'm here to party forever and never think about my old life ever again. And, oh yeah, you can try to find your friends too. I guess you could do that.
Yo, WIGN. Alright, let's move on. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, so they found the suspected shooter for Brown University in a storage unit dead. Allegedly. Oh my god.
Just told Fox News that the suspected shooter was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Let's bring back in Paul Mara. Paul, obviously a huge development just broke while you were explaining beautifully what your opinion. So we know that the suspected shooter went into the facility. Those brave law enforcement officers followed him in there. We didn't know until this moment what if he had even remained in there, gone in his unit, exited the building. But Paul, we're now told by a highly placed source that they have found the suspected shooter dead, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Damn.
What's your reaction?
I can't believe it.
Well, first of all, not an uncommon occurrence in these sort of situations, but this is unfortunately not going to be the end, because now you got to do all the investigation, and one of the things you
Bro, you know those FBI agents were pissed whenever they walked into that unit and found him dead. They were like, God damn it, now we don't have a motive.
really want to make sure
Because they need to know if anyone else set him up to it.
Is that he is the only person you have to worry about. In this day and age, because of encrypted comms and the way that you can set up your apps to be unretrievable by law enforcement, you don't get as fulsome a picture as you used to be able to get to a person's network.
I like this guy. He's been in 2 of these interviews so far. So far, he's the only one that's been based. They need to keep this guy around. He's good.
So now the work begins of ascertaining, did he act alone? Was he completely a lone wolf, or was he working with other people here? I know the supposition is that he was working alone, and you hope that's the case, but right now we don't entirely know. And, you don't have...
Supposedly, the other person they were looking for ran down that street as well, so you could go based on the assumption, since the other person hasn't turned themselves in yet, he probably wasn't working alone. So something is still going on here.
Him to interrogate, you don't have him to maybe cut a plea deal with if he's going to a prosecution. So the long night is still going to be a long night.
And Paul, we're also being told now that they, Paul, I wanted to add to the breaking news with another piece of breaking news. I'm being told by our team here at Fox News that the suspected shooter was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his storage unit. So 5 minutes ago, when you and I started this conversation, we weren't even sure he was in there, that the law enforcement had breached. And of course, they bravely did, and they found him dead of a self-inflicted gunshot. Paul, I think that the folks are seeing you in Providence, Rhode Island. Your day started out talking about Brown University. Somehow we've ended up in Salem, New Hampshire. We're also talking about the professor at MIT. Can you knit all this together for us, please, Paul Morrow?
Oof, I wish I could do that easily. I mean, I do know this. Providence Police Department was on the scene at the storage location. So if, in fact, the storage location and that perpetrator is also linked to MIT, which is part of the reporting, then you have it all coming together. Whether or not those 2 incidents are linked, that is Brown and MIT, I think has yet to be explained. I've never heard that the ballistics match. The only thing that does seem to link them is the car. Now, the reporting is that the car might have had multiple license plates. That is, as part of his MO here, he switched the plates on the car, and that's why I talk about he seems to have been planning it. If that's the case, he was a lot less smart than he thought he was. And, I've made this point before on the air. A lot of these guys, they think they're very clever, but when you're coming up institutionally these days against the whole of law enforcement, all these agencies, all this institutional knowledge, it was a matter of time, and that's why I've been saying for the last couple of days, they're gonna get...
There's no way this guy did it himself. There's no way, dude. I guarantee you he's got, like, a list of people that they either coerced him into doing it, they paid him to do it, or they helped him do it.
I just hope they got the only one, because now that's the real question you want.
That's right. And a mind like yours, with experience like yours, Paul Morrow, you would be thinking exactly that way. Stay with us, please.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click
W investigative team. They need to keep that guy. He's really good. He's been killing it this whole time, dude. He's nailing it, dude. Need to move this back here. The seafood boil bandit. There's another one of these, bro. There's no way there's another one of these people. There's another person.
Girl, we got DoorDash pepper spray, girl, but that was not enough DoorDash crime. We have the DoorDash seafood boil bandit.
Bro, I swear to fucking God, bro, DoorDash counts your fucking days. As soon as I see the name of the lady who was picking up my food, I already knew for a fact that my shit was gonna get stolen.
Oh God.
What's the name?
This bitch's name was Quishonda.
Oh no!
I thought that's where it was gonna go. I wasn't sure.
Quishonda. I look in the bag. The fucking bag is busted open. The fucking bag on the seal on the bag is busted, and she took a whole 2 liter out of the bag.
Wait, so Quishonda went and ate the seafood boil. I mean, and also, like, you had to eat that shit quick. And so she ate the whole thing and then put the empty bag on the doorstep and then took a photo of it?
This thirsty bitch took my shit and my seafood.
Yo, you don't think it, but like, whenever you got somebody that's going through some stuff like that, because my fiance does the same shit, she'll like crash out if her food's not right, and I kind of get it because it takes so long to get. Sometimes it takes like 20 minutes to get the food. And, like, it's already going to be shitty because it's going to be cold. But, like, when you got somebody that, like, we had somebody leave it because we live in, like, a gated, like, apartment complex. And they left it on the outside of the gated area on the keypad. And we went out to get it, and that bitch was just gone. It was gone. Like, obviously, it was gone. Like, so they had to refund us, but it's like, now we got to wait again to get it. Like, it's not just getting the money back. It's like, dude, that's fucking time that, like, come on.
So anyway, she posts this blows up, and immediately everyone is like, what city are you in? I'm gonna find every single Quayshawn in your city.
There's
Y'all,
more than one?
They find this girl's TikTok, and wouldn't you know it, who has videos posted?
Wow! What a moron!
This is just fucking sad, bro.
This is funny, dude. The internet doing God's work. Look at that.
What? This is just so sad. This is the way to my heart. Yeah, and it might also be the
way to jail, too.
Way to jail.
So what did the internet do? They bullied her into the shadow realm, dude. They were going back to videos she had posted years ago, leaving angry comments.
Wait, your brother looking up at you stealing seafood. Did her brother die? He was? So they're using her dead brother and also the implication looking up at her.
So he's in hell, boys.
She deletes that TikTok. She makes a whole new one. They find that one too. She deletes that one. She makes a new one. They find the third one. People are so sick of
this is just crazy.
This DoorDash buffoonery that they are following these criminals into every lifetime. So there's no.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if you do this at a restaurant, you sit there and you steal people's food or you spit or tamper with it, you end up in jail. And let me tell you something. If you in jail because of some food tampering, you're in trouble. Because nobody's going to want to get food from you because they're going to think it's tampered with. They're just going to beat the hell out of you. You don't even have bargaining if you are in jail for food tampering. They just beat the shit out of you. Because nobody wants your food. You're in there for food tampering, so nobody's going to want that.
Justice this time, but DoorDash did ban Quayshonda, and
they banned Quayshonda.
She is constantly being bullied off the internet.
And remember what I said before, that baby hair that they got going on? Anytime that I see that, you got trouble. I think that's actually like a higher level of trouble than like a septum piercing.
This bitch's name was Quayshonda.
How is this open twice? Nina Lynn finally got well, I wouldn't say perma. She finally got indefinitely banned. You don't really get perma banned, you get indefinitely banned, and there's always a chance you could come back. But let's just say that probably won't be happening anytime soon. So the thing is that she apparently lied. That's right, Nina Lynn, the liar. Big surprise.
Amazing to see. Nina Lynn gone, bye-bye, see you never.
And she lied about it, but people were able to figure out that if you look up her account and you compare what it says to what her says to somebody like Dr. Disrespect or Destiny, it says the same thing. And if you try to compare that to somebody who had a suspension, or, you know, like a temporary ban until they turn 18, then...
Nina Lynn has been indefinitely banned on Twitch. Context. Sexually assaulted the same guy 3 times on stream.
That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Also stole from a store and is just genuinely a piece of shit. Also beat their brother, who was adopted until they were old enough to defend themselves. So, like, we're talking young, like 8, 9 to, like, 16.
Sexually assaulted a second guy on stream. You have people that are stealing on stream. They're violent. At that point, I feel like you should just have people saying the N-word.
Nuclear. That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house that be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro.
So Nina Lynn claims that she was not permanently banned. And so this is her on, I guess, her Instagram story. Ain't no way motherfuckers making shit up now. Y'all are obsessed. Don't worry. I'll be back. Should I do a trailer just because of this? Pinning a comment to explain to people how this works. Her channel shows a ban message here, and the message says this channel is currently unavailable. This is the message associated with indefinite bans. Otherwise, it will say temporarily other than currently. Is that true? Is currently unavailable. Is there anybody that's on a suspension? Rakai.
Oh, that's right, Rakai.
Yep. And so if you look at this right here, it says this channel is temporarily unavailable due to a violation. And then Nina, it says this channel is currently unavailable. Dr. Disrespect, okay, is currently unavailable. Destiny, currently unavailable. Her ban could technically still be reversed, but it requires a specific action on Twitch's part. Well, what this means is that if Twitch ever unbans her, they are okay with sexual assault on their stream. And theft. I mean, the theft isn't even in the same universe of problematic as sexual assault is.
Yeah.
I'm so happy she's permabanned, and she is permabanned. It says currently unavailable. It is the same message as Dr. Disrespect and Destiny. The idea that she's not permabanned, she's lying to save face to make it look like she is not cooked, but she is absolutely 100% cooked. So that's it.
Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Oh my god, how is there still more of this?
Me out for a tweet. I don't even
Oh my god, dude.
know who this is. Why he thinks encouraging harassment is okay.
Oh,
well,
shut up.
Here's the funny thing. Whenever somebody makes a video like this, what is this? This is about me. It's a 36-minute video. The United States is so huge and so big that it's very hard for a change to happen in the country unless there's like a huge flashpoint like 9/11, right? But like inside of a country like Germany, I think that this is the way that this is the way that things go, right? Is that there's no change, no change, no change, no change, small change, a bit of change, and then everything changes. Whenever things begin to change, there is like a rapidly accelerating factor that will cause them to change hyper quickly, right? Extremely fast, because as soon as it starts to happen, like it will not stop. And so, yeah.
It's kind of funny that he is more right than what he thinks because of Trump's announcement that he made 2 days ago, reclassified marijuana, and it also got rid of the parents' ability to have rights over their kids and allowing them to transition genders under the age of 18. He is so right, it's not even funny, and he didn't even know it yet.
Anyway, we have somebody here trying to groom kids, saying that they can't consent to puberty. Like, this is the kind of stuff. And I also
I'm
want to say
waiting
that
for the response
if you
for
care
this.
if you care about trans people, you will repudiate this person.
That is adorable, because honestly, I thought he was going to assert something more. Like that was like watching a hamster try and get through a maze, but they kept turning back around and going down the same ways.
How does that even make any sense? Not a single thing he said was a repeat.
Good argument.
And then just like turn. Oh wait, no, this way. Oh wait, no,
This is
this
a great
way.
argument.
Oh, no. Oh wait, no, actually this way. Like that was just like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck are you?
Let's get another metaphor.
Talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Get fucking frame mogged by the anime fox. Like what?
What?
You're a hamster. I don't know what you're talking about. Get mogged by an anime character. Uh-huh. What a great video.
What are you talking about? That there's this, and he didn't use the word catalyst, because again, probably a little bit outside his vocabulary, but that there are these moments that will catalyze things and then things will rapidly change. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to fucking tie that into what you're talking about? Like, do you want to connect?
Well, yeah, obviously. Like, I think that whenever people realize that, for example, there are trans surgeries being pushed on kids, and people are
like, it's not just the, like, if you're 7 years old, you don't know what the fuck a boy and a girl is. Bro, you don't even know how to spell your own name half the damn time. How the hell are you going to make a life-altering decision at the age of 7? You're 7. There's a reason why you can't do a lot of things at the age of 7 without parental consent. But it becomes a problem whenever you got these parents that are forcing these kids to go through sex change operations to get back at the other parent. There's a whole documentary that's going to be released on that. Like,
taking kids, like, fucking, they're taking hormone blockers at 12 years old, and this becomes, the public becomes aware of this at a mass scale, and a few stories of kids who have had their lives negatively affected by it. I think
not to mention there are transgender, like, people that have come out at, you know, at like rallies that have said these people, they preach the spectrum, but for whatever reason they immediately go to you're trans, and then they transition, and then they hate their lives, and then they end up killing themselves or you know, harming themselves, and it's just not good.
You're going to see a huge change very fast.
And whenever I mean by preach the spectrum, like, you have trans, you have gay, you have lesbian, you have there are so many that you have drag, the furry, like, there's so many other points of the spectrum, and people are just instantaneously going straight to trans. Like, you don't see a problem there, and especially with a 7-year-old. They're 7, they're 12, like, they're 13, 14, 15. Come on.
That's the truth.
These thoughts connect the dots here a little bit for people. This is fucking wild.
And I think it already has happened. I think that the acceptance of, you know, for example, like, kids transitioning, and you can see
that was never acceptable. People just didn't stand up to it then. They do now because it's disgusting. It's gross. Leave kids out of this nonsense. If you want to be an adult, you want to turn 18 and then transition straight into, like, the opposite gender that you are, great. Go right ahead. Leave the goddamn kids out of this, man.
It's also even with gay marriage. You've seen it going down now, and I think that a result of that's because you've seen so many of these crazy stories and people trying to push this stuff on kids. You'll repudiate this person, and you will disavow this person, because any reasonable trans person... And so that's the entire argument? That's their entire point? A lot of them out there see somebody like this and say, this person's giving away the game. This person is going and putting us all in a bad position because of their weird fetish fixation.
Again.
And he's right. Think about what's going on with the furries. Like, for example, they had a bunch of middle schoolers, or not middle schoolers, elementary students that were protesting the school because they allowed these 2 furry kids in there dressed in full costume, and the teachers were allowing this, and the entire student body decided to protest it. Like, when you force your twisted ideals onto children, you will radicalize even the kids around them. That should be a huge red flag for anybody who's in that position, who is like, I just want to transition and be quiet about it. I don't want to sit here and make this a big deal. They're the ones that are going to have to stand up, the quiet majority, that are going to have to stand up and be like, no, this is not okay. I don't want this. I just want to do my own thing.
Somebody's medical
And these people that are like actively going out and doing this shit to kids, man, those are going to be the ones that are going to get this shut down entirely.
For people being able to live their best life, is not a fetish.
It is when it's about kids. It is.
Being a furry is a fetish. Like, being transgender is transforming from one gender to the other. Like, that's just what it is. That's why it's called transitioning, trans. You can sit here and say, oh, da 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 da, but being lesbian is a fetish. Being gay is a type of fetish. It's what it is. You can't tiptoe around it. That's what it is.
About it as many times as Nayara has.
Or well, being gay and lesbian is more a sexual preference, I guess.
Undeniably. Whenever you're talking about like pushing your worldview, pushing your sexuality on children, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Also, not the right way to use the term giving up the game. If another trans person were to see Niara doing this and were to repudiate them as...
What the fuck is this person's eyebrows?
Zach says, it's not because Niara is giving up the game, because that...
They absolutely are. They're radicalizing people against the trans community by trying to force trans issues on children.
Yeah, they are.
This is a 90-10 issue.
It's the same thing happened to the furries. Like, with that example with the school, you can't sit here and say that it's not, because it is. It's absolutely what it's doing. But you can deny what Asmongold's saying as much as you want. The fact is, that's what's happening. He's just stating a fact. He doesn't have any skin in the game. He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't have a kid. He's not a child. He has no intent on becoming a parent. Like, he has no skin in the game. He is stating a fact.
And the vast majority of the public is against it. And to the extent that the trans community becomes defined by people trying to push these issues on children is to the extent that people will not want to have anything to do with the trans community and will view it as a group of groomers. This is undeniable. All you have to do is go on the internet. You're going to see this happen everywhere.
You don't even have to go on the internet. Go into these meetings that the board members, not the board members, the administration of these school boards, whenever they do whatever, you can walk up and as a parent and talk to them at these school board meetings, and you see parents coming up that are cursing and swearing and threatening lawsuits and bringing up books that the school has in there. You can see it already. You can see it happening from within.
You would infer from that is the goal of all trans people. Like
that's literally not even what he said.
Yeah, if you don't remove extremists and radicals from your community, you become defined by them.
Yep.
And I think that's the issue.
Specifically refers to trying to hide something. The cat being out of the bag, so to speak. Like, it's hiding your power level type shit. It's a very common turn of phrase. Like, what the fuck, dude?
And I think a lot of people are starting to see that. Who are so afraid of being different, they want everybody to be different. Yeah, exactly. And do you consent to growing up and getting old? Yeah, I guess not, right? And if you're for the good version of something, you need to be against the bad version. Exactly, I know. And all I want for them to leave kids alone and leave the shit out of our video games. Yes, exactly. Just stop involving kids. This is you are in.
Notice just really how he addresses everything with it is just this constant feedback loop with his audience where they send in something.
Is the whole video like this? It's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse, and you're going to deserve it. I hate people like this. They're disgusting. And if somebody doesn't do something about it, and the problem also is,
it started becoming a problem whenever I started reading articles online where the staff at schools were making young ladies or young girls undress in front of trans boys that claimed they were trans, because he or they, whatever the fuck you want to call it, didn't feel included in that. If I ever sent my little girl to school and had found out that they had forced her to undress in front of somebody that was claiming to be trans, a little boy, and I find out about it, a lawsuit's the least of their problems. I am happy I don't have kids yet, because this is disgusting.
Posturing. For the
He's not answering anything? Yeah, because you can't.
He has no argument. That's always the thing. They always, like, and I've noticed this with a lot of my content whenever I post this stuff, the argument is never there. It's, oh, well, your audience is botted, you're this, you're that, learn how to spell, you're dumb looking, get off the platform. It's never a direct argument. It's always, and that's the reason why I've decided that I put all my videos in sub only if you want to comment, because I want to see more than just leaving a comment and then just leaving. And most of these people don't even watch the videos. They just leave a comment and then dip. And it's like, okay, well, let's... And the thing is people are now subbing, leaving a comment and then leaving. So I might end up having to go to like an hour wait time just to make sure that stops indefinitely. And it sucks that I want to do it because I don't want to see these idiots have a platform. I just don't. They're stupid as it is. The last thing I need is them getting onto my platform where I'm established and leaving misinformation. It's just stupid. It's stupid.
That the
they can't even have an argument towards the argument. They just want to do their stupidity and then leave. They want to just threaten and then leave, and it's like you don't want to converse with this argument at all because you know that there's no way that you're going to win it.
Like weird.
That's what happened with Charlie. That's what happened with like other people they've shot at. Like
that some of this group has had about trans kids.
Hell, recently an older lady got $120,000 from a GoFundMe because a lady walked up to her while she was employed at Target and was like, "Is that a Charlie Kirk shirt?" And immediately went in to call him racist. And she was like, "He's not racist." And then she was like, "Yes, he is." And then she was like, "No, have a good day." Because like you can't have an argument with somebody whose brain is closed off.
Has massively alienated like everybody. Pretty much everybody is against this except for the biggest retards on the internet. Did he ever attack your argument?
That's the word I'm looking for.
No, he didn't. They never do.
Vicarious thrill of his audience.
That's it?
The real problem here...
No. They not once... Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. They never once attacked the argument. Because they know they don't have a ground to stand on. Because he's right. Like...
These people pretending like they have the moral high ground while they are mutilating children and irreversibly changing their bodies.
Yeah, like, it's not like it's something you can just come back from. Like, once this is done to somebody who's 12 or 13... Like, they expect the adults around them to have a better head on their shoulders than what they are. And there's just too many parents that are just straight up schizos putting their kids through this because they wanted their child to be the opposing gender. And they're too freaking schizo to try again, or like the parent has already left because they're crazy. And now they're putting this child, this little human being, through it because they're schizo. Like, these are the same kind of people that at some point, they're going to get into a car under the influence of some kind of drug or alcohol, go on the opposing side of the freeway against the traffic, and then end up getting into a crash and killing them and their kid both, just to get back at the opposite parent. Like, these are the same people. They don't give a shit about that child. They're doing it for their own freaking agenda.
This is what should be happening. That's what I mean.
Repeating phrases and words. I don't know if he just thinks that it sounds cool to say this stuff, and doesn't understand
This is just like more like weird, patronizing, Redditor behavior.
Implication?
Do you understand the implication of what you're advocating for? Do you understand that there is a child that is supposed to be going through puberty? It's nature for you to go through puberty, and you are trying to suppress that. And by the way, these effects are permanent. So, like, for example, if it's a little boy and you don't go through puberty, there's a chance you may be infertile. Or you may not be able to, have kids if you're older. And the effects from this are permanent. They don't go away just because you stop taking the blocker. They're permanent. They stay. These will affect you for the rest of your life. You are altering your body at such an early age. And if you don't understand, which, by the way, the reason why you can't make decisions until you're the age of 18 is because you don't understand how this affects you for the rest of your life. It's the reason why you can't make decisions.
When more radical people get into power,
Yes, we're going to put these people in jail. Absolutely.
like this is days
100%.
are numbered.
Yes, 100%.
Like it's not fucking rocket biology here, dude. Like it's very clear speaking of what most rational, reasonable want to kill.
Trying to gender
number. Got it. I'd be like, oh, you just threatening violence and you.
Well, yeah, absolutely true. Yeah, and that's another thing too is that I would weaponize the FBI and I would weaponize any government institution I had, and again I wouldn't do this. I would vote for somebody to do this. Would be to go after all of these like weird psychotic freaks on the internet and put them in mental institutions. That's what I would want to do. I think these people are a cancer to society. They've destroyed online discourse. They are parasites. All they do is cause problems. They're retarded, they're maladjusted, and they fundamentally are a danger to not only themselves, but other people as well.
Yeah.
Lying to people and shit,
Yes.
I guess. It's like, it's too late, bro.
That they do.
Before getting to this part where I was like, he's just
saying that I'm talking about killing trans people.
So, remember what I was talking about? I had that long-winded preamble before getting to this part where I was like, he's just going to keep treating this stuff as inevitable because from his point of view...
It is inevitable. It's going to happen.
It's already happened. Yesterday, or either yesterday or the day before, the Supreme Court, or the Senate, did do a vote on making it illegal for parents and healthcare people to have transitioning surgery before the age of 18. It's done. If you were caught in the United States of America, you will be charged at a federal level for transitioning a child before the age of 18. This is done. It's done. It got almost unanimously passed yesterday. It's done.
It's going to happen. I mean, the only reason why there is, it's straight up bullying.
That are constantly happening that would undermine this perfect, what would be classified as is talking about killing trans people, and his first response is cry about it, get upset about it, your time is coming.
Of course, because there's no reason to reason with a person that doesn't want to be reasoned with.
Yep.
You're not interested in having a conversation. You're interested in pushing an agenda. You're not interested in telling the truth. You're interested in people believing a certain outcome. So that's the reason why I act this way and I feel this way, because capitulating and discussing and explaining things to you in a lot of cases is just simply a waste of time.
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson said. He said he had a friend that believed that the earth was flat, and Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, or here's what it was. Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about how he was, actually, you know what? I bet I could find it. Let me see. Hold on. Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about a person who did not believe in the moon landing. Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to a person about the faked moon landing and him saying that he can't talk to you. I don't know if I can find it.
You ever seen the video of the astronauts on trampolines? You ever seen the video of the astronaut?
I'm not finding it. I don't know if I can find it, actually. Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the moon landing and somebody who is not ready to accept the knowledge that we landed on the moon. Oh, shut up. Jesus, shut the fuck up.
I had a friend who said to me, the next day, he saw it.
There you go. I found it. I actually found it. This is what it's like trying to converse with one of these people right here. There's a reason why it's just a waste of your time. You're never going to convince these people otherwise. You just waste your breath. Here you go.
I had a friend who said to me, Neil, I've read the websites that doubt that we landed on the moon, and they're pretty convincing to me. But if you tell me that we landed on the moon, I'll believe you. And I said it has nothing to do with my authority over information about what you should believe. I asked him, what evidence do you seek that would have you believe that we landed on the moon? So if we had photos of the landing sites, because you can't do that from Earth, because through the atmosphere, the resolution is not fine enough to see that. But the Japanese have sent satellites that orbited the moon. I said, there's this satellite, it got images, and you can see the landing site, you can see the tracks from the rover. And he said, okay, so he goes. And the next day, he said, Neil, I saw that website, but I noticed that the NASA logo was also on that website. And so I don't know if I can trust it. I said, you asked me what evidence would convince you. I just presented you that evidence, and you're not convinced. There's nothing more this conversation can do. I had a friend who...
There you go. There you go. Boom. There it is. Even when presented with evidence, some people won't accept. They're just literally too stupid. It's like trying to teach a dog how to spell or read or write. Sometimes you just can't do it.
Because in doing so, you're engaging in rational conversation with a person who has no interest in that.
Exactly. That was never their goal. Their goal was to try to convince you otherwise of what you think. You can never give these people the time of day because they have no logic behind what they're saying. That's why they don't ever attack your conversation with the conversation. They attack you as a person. That's why.
You have no interest in doing this at all. You have no interest in discussing like whether something is a good idea or a bad idea or anything else about it.
Yeah.
What you are interested in is insulting, patronizing, self-aggrandizement, talking about how smart you are, making these Reddit arguments, and that's it. And so anyway,
there you go. There you go. That's exactly what it is. That is 100% exactly what it is.
Unwashed Goblin, left on creators, real world content.
Here you go, right here. The House just passed and banned transgender children, just like that. Boom. There it is. So it doesn't even matter what their argument is. The thing is that the majority said otherwise. And at the end of the day, when you've got a majority of people that got their heads screwed on right, that see a big problem, they don't like it, well, Doesn't really matter what you think or feel.
Surgeries.
Men are men. Men can never become women.
Thank you. At least not yet. We don't have the technology to, you know, relace the DNA yet.
Women are women. Women can never become men.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Children are innocent.
1 plus
and they
1.
need our protection.
This is a huge Omega W. Mega W. The only thing that's an L is the fact that 211 retards voted against this. And I'm gonna be real. This should have been a what's the total here? A 427 to 0.
Yeah, it should have been.
Like, no, not a single person should have been voting in favor of kids.
It looks like we got to get 200. We got to get 207 of these morons out of here, huh? Or 211.
Having transgender surgeries or medical intervention to change their gender.
Fire the people that voted against it. On this vote, the yeas are 210, the nays are 218. The motion is not adopted.
Oh.
The question is on passage of the bill. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no.
Oh.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
I love how nobody's even paying attention
For what
to him.
purposes the gentlewoman from Vermont seek recognition?
What do you want?
I asked for the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise.
Do you think they're actually voting for transgender child surgery, or are they voting against some of the pork? It's impossible to know. And I think this is the reason why having these bills, these like massive bills where it's like, yeah, in this bill, so there's a thing about...
I think that this is a way more efficient way to pass stuff right here. This would make way more sense if they did it individually and they gathered every single day. Like, if you're a senator, this is what you need to be doing constantly. And they need to be streaming this every day. This is what they should be doing every day. On individual things, not a big-ass lumped-together bill, on individual bills.
About Israel gets $5 billion. We're going to bomb... We have memes in Fortnite for that? That's true. I'm very glad to see this. Obviously, new gender reaffirming restrictions. This is a very long video, but I'll go back and look at a few more.
To protect kids.
Who does
Those
it be?
Republicans are...
Point is insane to me. It's absolutely obviously new gender reaffirming restrictions. This is a very long video, right? And then here we go.
I'm excited to announce that my bill, Protect Children's Innocence Act, that criminalizes gender-affirming care on any minor under the age of 18, has passed the House of
Thank God.
Representatives.
W.
Thank fucking God. Oh my God. This is the most... Like, the fact that this is even a conversation point is insane to me. It's absolutely insane.
It's America now, buddy. That's unfortunate that it is America now.
So I would also like to thank 3 Democrats that voted to protect kids, Cuellar, Davis, and Gonzalez. Thank you.
Now it doesn't matter how you feel. The thing is that it's illegal now, so if you do it, you go to jail.
For protecting children. Unfortunately, there were 4 Republicans
Who do it
that
be?
voted no and refused to protect kids.
Who does
Those
it be?
Republicans are Evans from Colorado, Fitzpatrick, Kennedy of Utah, and Mike Lawler from New York.
What an
I don't
idiot.
know why they can't protect kids, but that's too bad. But I'm still excited
Yep.
my bill passed, and it goes to the Senate next. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank fucking God. I am so happy about this. And this is, I think this is a transgender congresswoman. Let me listen to this.
I get it's hard to understand what it feels like to be trans. I get that it is hard to understand what it feels
Well,
like.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you feel the way you do, but at the end of the day, leave kids out of it, dude. Kids don't know right from wrong. They don't know right from wrong. They don't know what's good and bad. So they expect the adults to make the decisions that are going to alter their life. And if you have an adult that's compromised, that doesn't know right from wrong, and they have the ability to effectively, mutilate them, castrate them, then, you've got a problem there.
To be me. I get that it's hard to understand this care and understand the need for it. But one of the things that gets so lost in this
Just don't do it to kids.
Yeah. Seriously.
I feel like this is so easy. Just don't do it to kids.
Leave kids out of it, man. Seriously.
The bar's on the floor. But nobody cares if you're transgender. Be transgender all you want.
Amen.
But you can't go and do this to kids.
Exactly.
Holy fuck.
Is that the transgender adults of today were kids once. I was a kid once. I didn't have the courage to come out until I was 21. But it's a fact I have known about myself for my entire life.
I'm sure for some of them that's true, and for some of them it's not true. I bet there are kids that if they could have gotten a tattoo...
There are kids that wear dresses that are little boys that don't know any better. And instead of preaching the rainbow like a lot of these people do, they're going to skip every color of the rainbow and go straight to trans. That they could be a drag, they could be gay, they could be anything. They could just be a femme boy, they could be a tomboy, like, but no, we're gonna just skip all of that and go straight to their trans. That's the problem. That's the issue. And the thing is like, whenever you allow a little boy to dress up as a girl and go to school, you don't help anybody in that situation. You are opening up the door for that little boy to be bullied, beaten, humiliated. There are certain social norms that people have to follow. You have to. Even whenever you get a job and you start working, you're going to have to put that moral bullshit to the side and do your job. Just shut up and put the fries in the bag. It's your job. No one cares about your morals. No one cares about what gender you are. Are the fries for stall 3 done? Great. Put them in the fucking bag and drop them off. Great. Thank you. No one cares. Seriously. Like, all that morality bullshit, that goes out the door when you get your first job. Can you do the job? Great. You get to keep it. Like, it's just so stupid. It's so...
Whenever they were 12... When they were 50, they wouldn't have regretted the tattoo. But that doesn't mean you let 12-year-olds get tattoos because some of them wouldn't have regretted it. You don't want to let kids make irreversible decisions for the rest of their life because some of them might get it wrong. This is so obvious.
I didn't have the courage to come out until I was 21.
Their logic's fucking retarded. It's completely fucking retarded.
And that means 21 years of pain.
Well, you didn't have the courage to come out until you were 21 because of social norms. It's just not socially acceptable yet to show up as a boy one day and then a girl the next. It's a problem. It's not socially acceptable yet. And whenever you keep trying to radically push this agenda on people, you are not going to help your cause. You're going to make people completely back out and have nothing but backlash towards it. That's what's going on with the internet right now. It was only a matter of time before it started affecting politics. You've got no one to blame but yourself.
21 years of unwavering homesickness that only went away when I was able to get the care that I needed.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy that she says that? Because there are other people that were coerced into transitioning either as a child or as an adult because they went to seek help and they were told, well, maybe it's because you're the opposing gender, and then they transition and then they realize that that was not what helped, and now that their problem that it's done, their problem is exacerbatedly worse, like 10x worse, because now they're part of this community they never wanted to be a part of because they sought help, and the first thing that they were told was that they were trans. And now they've ruined their life and they end up harming themselves. That's essentially what ends up happening to them.
And my biggest regret in life is that I never had a childhood without that pain.
So, because you had a bad experience as a kid, now every kid has to get kids have to get transgender surgery operations? That's too bad. That's too bad. Not everything's going to be perfect. We can't let parents and children decide to change their gender when they're 12 years old. This is crazy. And also, there's plenty of people, by the way, there are people that transition and then they detransition. It's not like being trans is like a uniform thing that nobody ever regrets. There's a lot of people that have regretted going on puberty blockers, getting sex change operations. So to act like this is some kind of universal...
At least they're adults when they do it. Like, just imagine if you were a child and you did that and you completely fucked your life up because of that. Like, no, dude.
Reality that every trans person goes through is just disproven instantly by just looking on the internet and reading interviews. That's it. It's rage. This is so ridiculous.
I marvel at the courage of transgender young people today.
See, and you can see how they're changing the language. They're shifting the vocabulary because they don't want to say transgender children because they know it sounds fucking disgusting. And people know that. And so they're using young people instead of children or instead of teenagers or instead of, kids. They're using young people because young people could mean 19, it could mean 7, it could mean 12, it could mean anything. So you're intentionally using language to obfuscate a point. And I think that, again, this is what I've always said before, is that the moment that a person uses language to hide their intentions, it's because they know they have bad intentions.
You can't have these parents going around that with these like 6 and 7 year olds. There's a documentary that's going to be coming out. I don't know if it's already out, but the mom and dad have split up and they have a young boy that the mom is pushing to get transgender reaffirming care to turn him into a little girl. The dad is completely opposed to it, and the little boy, or whenever you ask him why he wants it done, he says it's because my mom would be, I'm doing it for my mom, or like around. It's like the idea that you can do this and it be solely for the kid's decision just isn't there. There are too many bad actors that are willing to do this to get back at an ex or a partner that they once had, that it's just not viable. People are just assholes, man. It's just not, this is never going to work. They're children. Let children be children. Let them enjoy their childhood. They don't need to worry about what gender they are if they haven't even had sex yet. They don't even know, they haven't gone through puberty. So how could they possibly know what gender they're attracted to? Like, come on.
They know what they're doing is wrong, and at the very least, they want to mislead you and make you believe something that's not true.
Yeah.
They want you to think that whenever they say young people, they're referring to 18 to 21-year-olds. But the fact is, they're actually talking about 8 to fucking 12-year-olds. They're lying. Yes, they're intentionally trying to mislead you and make you think something different. It's a lie. There's a top post on Trans Today talking about how someone tried to groom someone else's kid by calling them female pronouns and applying makeup to someone else's child. I don't know why, I don't know why everybody has to be so weird about this. If you want to transition as an adult and go through all of that process, I think most people are willing to play along with that and not really give a fuck. Not everybody, but a lot of people probably don't care that much because people have bigger problems in their life than whether you're wearing a dress or a suit jacket, right? It doesn't really make a difference. But the big problem is that whenever you're trying to put this ideology on kids and you're trying to think about, well, this is the way it was for me. I was like this as a kid, so now I have to make sure that every other kid goes through the same experience. It's in a way selfish.
Who are sharing themselves with their families and this world, despite the toxicity and the hate that too often emanates from the building behind me and from politicians within it.
This is the problem, and this is the reason why I think that the trans community has been losing a lot of support, is because they haven't been able to...
They haven't even been calling it for what it is. I feel like if they were honest with themselves and they were honest with their wording, it has nothing to do with the young people. It has everything to do with children. Like, you want children transgender reaffirming care. Say it for what it is. Like, you can't even be honest with yourself. How can you expect to be honest with your peers? Like, at its core fundamental, it's flawed, and they know it.
And I think correctly remove people that are trying to, basically gender transition children out of their community and out of their movement. And I think to the extent that you have people inside of the LGBT movement and inside of the transgender community that view it as a good thing or something that should happen, that children are transitioned, I think that you will always continue losing support, and all support for trans and also LGBT to a greater extent will be receding. And I think that's already how
Oh, shit.
people live on making trans when you stand in the middle. I think that's the biggest trans on this. I think there's trans-converted weirdos that are in this that they have. However, let's hear another stupid fucking annoying Karen that, like, again, these people people need to be out in the swamp selling mushrooms. I don't know how, what the fuck happened.
Attempting to lock up
man,
parents
she's
and
got that Karen look.
doctors. Your
Yes.
Absolutely. Any doctor that a patient is going to seek medical treatment and trans comes out of their mouth, they need to be locked the fuck up. Seriously.
Yep. Absolutely.
kids'
Thanks for asking.
medical care is
At
not
least these people can be honest with it. They don't have to use a different type of vocabulary to make it seem less bad than what it is.
of their damn business.
It absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of things that are regulated around children and parents can't opt their children into and children can't consent to.
Yep.
There's dozens of examples of this.
We should call this obsession with your kids and
These are the same people, by the way, that wanted to force kids to get the COVID vaccine in order to go to school. They don't even believe what they're saying.
what treatment they're getting in the pediatrician's office, what it is. It's creepy. It's a creepy obsession, and we've had to deal
It's a creepy obsession by talking about other people's creepy obsession.
What about the creepy obsession where you want little boys and girls to transition at the age of 12? You want to discuss the elephant in the room, or do you want to keep walking around that first?
with it for years. The science is clear. Evidence-based, medically necessary care for
No.
transgender youth is safe, it's effective, it's supported by every...
If it's not safe.
It's not safe. It's life altering. When you have hormone when you have puberty blockers, it's permanent. It's permanent. It affects their body for the rest of their life.
If it's effective, that's even more of an argument for not having it.
every major medical association in the United States, including the American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics.
It's funny that it trips over itself. If you listen to what she said,
Obsession by talking
what it is
about other people's creepy
with it for years. The science is clear. Evidence-based, medically necessary care for
No.
transgender youth is safe, it's effective, it's supported by every...
if it's safe and it's effective, think about it for a second. Yeah, it works, sure. But what if that person who never went through puberty, who is supposed to be a little boy, can no longer go through puberty, and they are now finally out from underneath their parents' care, and would like to transition into actually being a boy? They no longer can because they never went through puberty. The hormone was blocked. They no longer have that ability. It's done. It's over with. There's a reason why you can't get a tattoo under the age of 18, because it will be on your skin for the rest of your life. Like, as a child, I would have had, flames all over my face. But as an adult, I never would have gotten a job because of it. Like, come on.
It's not safe. If it's effective, that's even more of an argument for not having it.
every major medical association in the United States, including the American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics. Even for Republicans,
We need to make swamp hags great again and get them the fuck out of the fucking... Having these people in Congress is so fucking annoying. I hate this shit. We have to listen to these stupid fucking morons spend all day. They're all in on a 90-10 issue. Exactly. They keep using emotional tactics instead of
No, let them die on the hill. Seriously, let them die on the hill. You know why? Because they out themselves. If they want to die on a hill where the minority is there and the majority are just going to take it over anyway, it tells the majority who they need to vote out. So just let it happen.
logical. Exactly. It's crazy. It's safe and effective. Where have we heard that before? Well, it's also
safe and effective and cool to do, just like cigarettes, right?
Plenty of things that are safe and effective, like getting tattoos that you don't let kids get. Like, it doesn't even, that's not even an argument. We're from 14, California. What's this here? They have a private chat with your child at every child child visit. At 14, they have to have a private chat with your kid. So you talk to the doctors have to talk to the kid privately.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... I mean, like, do I agree with that or not?
It's mostly to make sure they weren't abused. Like, at 14, they ask, are you sexually active? Are you this? Are you that? Like, it's usually with a nurse or a practitioner that is of that gender that they have. It's because there are some things that that you as a child won't discuss with your parents. And I'm speaking from experience in the medical field as an EMT. There are some things, and everyone has this, there are some things you will not discuss with your parent. There are some kids that don't have the option, if you're a little boy, to discuss how your body is feeling and changing with a single mom. You just can't have that discussion. It's not going to happen. You can, as a mother, want everything in your power to be able to sit down and talk to a little boy about how their body's changing. You will never understand it, just like they will never understand what it's like to go through a menstrual cycle. It's just not going to happen. That's why they do this at the age of 14, because 14 is right around, like, I think it's like just after puberty, or, like you're figuring things out as like growing adult. You're growing into an adult. In 5-6 more years, you're going to be an adult. Like, at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you'll turn 18 in 4 years, 19 and then 20. Like, yeah, like you're about to be, an adult. Like, 4 years goes quick.
Don't agree with that. I don't think so. I think that it just treats parents like criminals.
That's an L take. That's not why that's there. And Asman is saying this because he doesn't actually know from, like, the medical field of it, but I know why it's there. I understand why it's there, and I medically know why it's there as well. So,
yeah, I can see the logic behind it, but I just think that it's just too weird. It's too weird, man.
It's a way to make sure that every child hits the same standard. I think that it is very, very beneficial. Like, I had that talk with a medical professional that whenever I turned 14, and that's just how it is. Like, every person has that talk. And the thing is like, it gives those boys or girls a chance to talk with somebody who is not like I said, if you're a single parent and you have a little boy and you're a woman, it helps them understand everything. Or if you're a dad and your little girl, is going through some stuff, and they sit down with a nurse while you're outside of the room, and they can sit down and chit chat and talk. And it also allows them to talk if they're being abused or anything like that. It's too good of a thing not to have. I'm sorry. You as because Asman's dad and mom were split up, but he was still able to see his dad. Like, that is something, that's a luxury for a lot of people. I never had that luxury. So, like, that's why it's such a good thing to have.
And, yeah, exactly.
It doesn't treat the parents like criminals. It just gives the child a chance to ask questions from another adult of the same gender to make sure everything's working and in order. They usually ask, are you sexually active? Do you have this? Do you have that? Any questions about it? You know, like stuff like that.
Thank God. Oh, she follows me. Look at that. Wow, what a smart girl. And yeah, creepy groomer, 100%. And I'll see if there's any more of this. If you want to enjoy healthy bodies of children, fuck your suicide self-harm cult. I mean, again, and this is what happens, is it radicalizes people against the entire group. And I actually replied to this myself. I was talking about this myself. Yes, simple money problem. Doctors want to make more money when they get kids on the trans ship. I don't know if it's money. I think in some cases it is. In some cases it's not. But anyway, so I replied to this.
The issue is, like, you couldn't just ban parents from doing that. The fact that they've made it illegal at the federal level means that there's no Band-Aid. It means that this is illegal, stop doing it.
Listen. Oh, here we go. So trans people already have all the rights as everyone else.
Yeah.
So this person thinks it's a right to be able to do a medical procedure as a child, a sex change. No, kids don't have that right. Like, absolutely not. Like, I don't want kids getting, like, what do you want them getting, like, a BBL or, like, a fucking breast surgery? Absolutely fucking not. Like, this type of argument is so fucking retarded. It's insane. Real conclusion, I think it's pretty fucking, who cares? But,
exceed $4.4 billion and on track to exceed $7.8 billion by 2030. One doctor was recorded callously describing sex-rejecting procedures as a big moneymaker.
Out against this because of how ridiculous it is. Trans women are not women. What is this?
Is it a sin if you have gender dysphoria? That's what God knows. People, what do I go through?
In 2020, for sex rejection.
The Trump admin will not stand by while ideology, misinformation, and propaganda push vulnerable young people into decisions they fully cannot understand, and that they can never reverse. Yeah, no, it's
drugs and surgeries in 2023.
I hate to say it, but I think his voice is actually getting better. It's like probably 20% better than it was.
No. I think it's getting
worse.
worse.
Were estimated in one study to exceed $4.4 billion and on track to exceed $7.8 billion by 2030. One doctor was recorded callously describing sex-rejecting procedures as a big moneymaker.
That is absolutely disgusting that we have a culture in which the doctor community, the healthcare community, wants people to get fucked up simply to make money.
I bet they are.
Hospitals rake in millions of dollars by convincing boys and girls that a lifetime of off-label prescriptions for estrogen and testosterone blockers, chest reconstruction surgeries, and more are the only way to achieve true happiness and belonging in life.
That's so fucked. That's so fucked, man.
It's wrong. The Trump administration will not stand by while ideology, misinformation, and propaganda push vulnerable young people into decisions they cannot fully understand.
Exactly.
And that they can never reverse.
That's completely based.
Unironically based. I feel like RFK is he's my favorite member of the Trump administration. He is. Maybe Stephen Miller. It's one or the other. Those are the two guys. But I really think, I mean, this guy's really putting in work. He's as usual.
And even if you don't live in New York, I will not let this administration come for you, your doctors, or your life-saving health care. As of now, nothing has changed.
Becoming trans is not life-saving health care. Becoming trans is the decision that a child cannot make.
Your health care is still legal and protected. And your doctors cannot cut off your access to gender-affirming care based on the administration's reckless proposal.
Not yet. Not yet.
And most importantly, I want you to know.
See, there has to be consequences for people that push this shit on kids. There does. There has to be retroactive consequences.
I agree.
We gotta put these people in jail, something like that.
that you're not alone. I am right here with you, and I'm sending love to
We need to start charging these people for like a form of treason. Like if you're going against the federal government's laws, your ass needs to be locked up. Like
each and every
medical intervention.
True.
Parents are told if they don't agree to these disfiguring and permanently sterilizing procedures, they're putting their child at increased risk of suicide, a baseless claim that has never been supported with good data.
Yep.
Let's be honest. And I'm going to say what you're not supposed to say.
Thank God. We need more young people, not these limp dick ass old motherfuckers that are too scared to say what needs to happen to this country. Like, enough of this shit, man.
Transgender ideology in children is predatory. It's
Thank
wrong,
you.
and it needs to stop.
Oh, base.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This ideology is a belief system that some teachers, some pediatricians, and others are selling
It's about
to
time.
children
Yes, thank God.
without their parents knowing sometimes, or with a deliberate attempt to remove parents from the decision making.
Yep.
Puberty can be stressful, and for all of history, being a kid and interacting with kids from...
That's true. I remember one time I shaved my balls in like 6th or 7th grade, and I couldn't wear underwear for like a month because of how uncomfortable it was. Oh my God, bro. I'll never forget that. Oh, shit. Yeah.
The opposite gender can be awkward, even confusing at times.
being real.
But to see now...
That's what it was.
A society putting kids on a path of chest binders, drugs, castration, mastectomies, and other procedures is a...
We should look at this the same way that we look at those weird countries around the world that do different forms of female genital mutilation. This is basically the same thing. It's just a different version of it.
Path that now many kids regret. And
circumcision,
Chloe?
I don't have an opinion on circumcision. I don't think it's good or bad. I'm circumcised. I mean, if I wasn't, then I wouldn't be. I mean, I just don't have an opinion on it.
I've got to say, your testimony in front of the Hill was one of the best descriptions I've heard on this issue.
I mean, I do think that a circumcised dick does look better. I do. Like, an uncircumcised dick looks like Gravemind from Halo 2. Or, you know, like those things in Elden Ring where they're, like, drooped over and they have, like, the death curse?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Kind of like that. I think it looks disgusting. Or, like, the two fingers, kind of, in a way. Like, I don't think it really looks good. But, like, I mean, I'm not making an argument for circumcision. I'm just saying that, you know, it is what it is.
You.
I've seen a lot of dicks.
Let me be clear
Hundreds.
about something, and this is an important distinction. Sometimes it doesn't get mentioned.
I have.
We're not talking about medically treating kids with a biological basis for differences in sexual development. What used to be called intersex. We're not talking about children with 5-alpha reductase deficiency, Klinefelter.
Well, this is the problem, is that, I mean, they're trying to conflate medical deformities with a ideological perspective.
Yeah.
These are two fundamentally very different things. It's not even remotely close. And then explain to me why it's wrong for the Nazis to mutilate sterilized children, but the left claim it's fine and inhumane not to do so. Nothing about this has to do with the Nazis. I'm going to be honest.
Syndrome, Turner syndrome, or other sex chromosome abnormalities. We're talking about an ideology that is supported by flawed science that every child as young as 4 years of age should pick from an array of genders.
Yep.
Array. An array.
We've got high schools now where half the kids don't identify as a boy or girl. What's going on?
I'll tell you.
The generation coming out of high school, they're cooked. I ain't even gonna lie, boys. They are fucking cooked.
What's going on in those high schools? There is some beneficial advantage that the school administration has.
Yeah.
Like, for example, maybe you can go to a special bathroom. Maybe you have, you can go to the nurse more often, so you can leave class more often. Like, I remember when on 9/11, when 9/11 happened, I told them that I was a Christian and I believed in God because I did not. But I said this so I could go out and hold hands with people and pray around the flagpole because I didn't want to go to English class. Straight up. Like, that's the reason why kids are doing it.
There you go.
ABC, bro. I'm always on top of it, man. Always. Always. It's awful but funny. Welcome to my life.
To American hospitals and clinics, do not ask parents to leave the room in order to sell your transgender ideology to America's children.
Yeah, the more I think
man.
about it, the more that I think the idea of like giving a doctor time alone with a kid is probably a bad thing. Like,
there it is. So apparently this like millionaire died with his family. In like an airplane crash. A lot of people don't know it, but airplane crashes are actually very common. I looked it up after that one airplane that had crashed and then Trump talked about the DEI pilots or whatever. Apparently plane crashes happen a lot in America.
XQC.
It's kind of like that landslide effect where when you talk about it once, then it just kind of stays in the spotlight.
A plane crash. Chad, is it one of those like planes that people own? It's like their own planes, like the small planes?
Okay, everybody, look what we have going on here. Got pallets of these gas cans.
Drift King.
All this Husqvarna
Yes.
gear over here. These are sweatshirts, raincoats, chaps, two-stroke oil, all of this stuff, and the chainsaws. Just came in, pallets of chainsaws. Not one, not two. We've got 4 pallets. They're still unloading them.
Jesus.
All this stuff is going to be in Burnsville area tomorrow. We'll announce where at, but 1 per family.
That's
so
a good guy.
everybody can get
Jesus.
one and try and...
So what even happened then? Is there more to the story though? Like what the fuck is that?
Damn, bro.
Is that a highway or runway? There's a runway.
Rest in peace. Anyways, can you welcome me to the jungle smile?
Sorry, I read some dumbass thing in chat. Sorry.
Damn, that's crazy.
I took out at 10 a.m. but quickly turned around going to flight aware. The plane crashed at 10 a.m. The tragedy shows the plane. Private planes remain far more dangerous than commercial flights. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's terrible.
Oh, whoops. That's really sad, actually.
one grouped like.
Oh, here we go. So Trump loosened the scheduling of
having no accepted
marijuana
medical use. Holy shit!
It made it more.
Time, the facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered. And some.
Oh my god, bro!
Trump made marijuana a class 3, which means that they can study it for its medicinal properties. They can use it like ketamine in emergencies and opioids. And it is obviously less addictive than opioids, so it'll probably be used more so Like people, it was crazy that even doctors in hospitals use fentanyl on some patients. So like, why hasn't this happened yet? You know?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. There we go. All right. I didn't even know. Damn. Look at the dude's hand. Sound great. Everything was. No, it's okay. It's gonna happen. I mean, I really. Right. Is it? I get that whenever they pull my teeth out. And so misinformation, disinformation about what President Trump is scheduling does not mean legalizing. Yeah, obviously it's not. Yeah, making it not as bad. That's very clearly what it is. So.
Because they had it with like. I think it was like crack or something. And.
Man.
Honored to do this.
There it is, huh?
Man.
Marijuana has a lot of medicinal properties to it. Like, I don't understand why this hasn't happened sooner. I mean, come on.
There we go.
If you could drink alcohol and fuck your liver up and get into car accidents and stuff, like, the alcohol is a way more dangerous substance than marijuana ever has been. Even cigarettes. Like, even marijuana is even safer than cigarettes. I don't understand how this was never... Like, you could smoke tobacco, but not like... Not marijuana, like, come on.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
They could reschedule marijuana as a less dangerous drug. Now, that would mean that it would no longer be in the same category with drugs like heroin, LSD.
They administer ketamine, because I've rode around on the ambulance 3 times, and man, they give out ketamine like candy, dude. They give it out like candy, bro.
I mean, heroin and LSD are like way higher scale
than
marijuana. Like, if you have heroin and marijuana in the same schedule, in the
Something's
same category, you're being a fucking retard.
Yeah.
You are. You're being a retard. Everybody.
Like, I don't even think marijuana is even addictive like that. What really sucks is like people that are on the internet that are saying, well, you know, you can't be with the whole like Venezuela thing that, you know, Trump is bombing the boats, and it's like, well, no, they're not being poisoned. And it's like, well, if you are being, because that's what's really going on. The reason why they're trying to reclassify it is because of tax purposes. So like, if you reclassify it as a use like ketamine and steroids, then the taxes on it will drastically drop. The taxes in, let's say, California on marijuana is so high that people are still being forced to go to like a black market. And the issue is that if you go to like a black market, there's a chance that it's going to be laced with fentanyl, which you will overdose on almost instantaneously if you smoke it. That's the problem with it.
Everybody knows these are two massively different things.
So with them lowering it, it will become more affordable, less taxed, and people will be able to go to a place that's like actually sells it as a business and get their hands on it, and, you know, be able to smoke it without any worry or concern.
Those types of things, it would graduate to the same group as Tylenol with codeine and steroids. Now,
that's nothing, man.
Classifying does not mean that recreational marijuana use is going to be legal everywhere, but it does mean that the medical uses of cannabis would be recognized.
And they could also study it.
Researching it a whole lot easier.
Absolutely.
It could also be a very big win for the cannabis industry. Joining us now is someone who knows that industry very well, founder and CEO of Flow Hub, Kyle Sherman. Kyle, great to see you.
You know, manufacturers of infused products, edibles. This means they're not going to have to pay a tax called 280E. And 280E is a crazy tax that was really...
I've smoked marijuana once in my life, and it was just not a good experience. I did not like it. So
put in place for federal drug traffickers in the early 80s. And it said, hey, you know, if you're going to try to write off, you know, business expenses for a federally illegal business that you're running, well, then you can't do that. And so the issue here is you've got all these great American businesses, over 40,000 across the United States, employing over 500,000 Americans, who basically are penalized using that tax code. And so they're paying upwards of an...
This is something that's been going on for a while. And I think that recently, like, this is something, like, obviously, like, I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. I have no intention of ever doing it. Doesn't matter if it was legal or not. I don't drink alcohol. And so, like, to me, I don't give a shit. Of like basically a great buying something that's from like a secondary source that's not a, you know, like a verified dealer, that stuff, it could have other bad stuff in it, basically.
Yeah.
So like if you have something that's technically legal, but the regulations around it make it unfeasible to buy and sell legally, then, you know, you're still going to have the black market. And you're still going to have people that have that happen. Like fentanyl, yeah, like it's laced with something else. So you see how this also attacks a problem that it basically causes another problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Code,
and they would lace it with fentanyl to make it more addictive. That's why they do that, by the way.
Of an 80% effective tax rate. And what that means is like a big alcohol company, White Gotti, could go right off a Super Bowl commercial.
Jesus.
And a cannabis dispensary can't even write off toilet paper. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And you know, we talk about it here in California, but we've seen a lot of...
We could move on from this. Ain't no point in sitting here, you know, burning through that. But yeah, I think that Trump doing this is a great idea. I mean, it's already legalized in some states. Like, why not just do it, man? Like, seriously, it's...
If you've seen what I'm about to show you,
it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of these things. Like alcohol, like, come on. It's not even a question.
Never failed this spectacularly. Okay. Hogwarts Legacy.
I remember this. They tried to boycott Hogwarts Legacy because of something that the writer said. The actual writer, like
40
like something, I don't remember.
Million copies sold. Oh my god. Everybody was mad about this game. They were creating lists to like blacklist and harass different streamers. Some activists have created a website to track which streamers have played Hogwarts Legacy. Have they streamed that wizard game? Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new wizard game. Girlfriend reviews are being harassed for playing new Hogwarts Legacy game to the point where his girlfriend starts crying.
I'm almost like thinking of just like either going offline. I'm barely into the second combat here. And every time I look at chat, it's just the conversation is just like bothering me.
Be right back, like a little break or something.
You can take a break if you want. I'll just stop talking and I'll just go fight and do the combat.
As you can see, the game was good and it didn't matter. If you make a good game, that's the only thing that really matters. It's funny because people are scared of playing Hogwarts. Well, of course they were. I don't really blame them for this. The only type of person that I hate is a person who says that they don't want to be involved with it, but they always wait for the consensus opinion in order to repeat it to get attention and validation from their audience.
I didn't play this game because I just don't like Harry Potter. I don't like it like that. I mean, I've seen all the movies. It's
that kind of person.
I'm not a wizard person.
Names, right?
Well,
I kind of view Harry Potter kind of like the Jurassic Park. Like, I'm not a dinosaur person, and I'm not like a wizard person either.
They want to name names.
Do you think people will get mad at you for playing the Hogwarts game? Yeah, I might actually end up not playing it because these things are fucking popping off. I was thinking of buying it. I feel like people will be very upset. I did. I wanted to play it. I was excited for it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It looks kind of cool. Truly feel like the backlash that will come of this is just not worth it because goddamn, trans posters can be very, very, very unhinged. God forbid, you don't want them coming.
How did you deal with it when you streamed the game? How did I deal with it?
Just ignored it.
Ignored it. I gotta be honest. I didn't even notice it.
Oh.
Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
That's so funny, dude. Farmers are fed up with the government's bullshit.
Across Europe have begun to surround.
Hold on.
The EU headquarters in Brussels, as farmers from all across Europe have begun to surround the EU headquarters in Brussels.
Damn.
As the protest eventually became a fiery riot, the Belgian police began to deploy their water cannons. To which the farmers responded with last
Yo!
manure,
It said,
somewhat similar to
fuck
Dragon
you.
Ball Z, just crappier. although this seems silly, the situation is quite serious considering the farmers are the only thing that stands between the citizens and starvation. So what exactly is making these agriculture workers from all across Europe revolt against the European Union? As yesterday, farmers traveled across the country to Belgium late into the evening outside the European Union building.
Bro, you know the people in that building were like shrugging it off. But then as more and more of these tractors started showing up, they realized they were about to have a big problem.
Eventually setting fire to the trees outside. In early morning, local law enforcement began preparing for the protesters. Now, several farmers explained what they were angry over, but not knowing French, apparently they're protesting competition with foreign farmers that don't have the same regulations as they do.
Bro, why? Why do they do this?
And I'm all for the free market, but it's hardly free when local farmers have carbon emission standards and taxes, increasing minimum wages, and general quality expectations, and now the EU says local food is getting too expensive, so let's import cheaper goods from places that don't have those regulations we implement.
There it is. That's exactly what happened to America.
So maybe that's why angry farmers are dropping off potatoes to be tossed at the European Parliament building.
Get it! That's crazy.
And as they were tear-gassed, the farmers used tennis rackets to pass them back.
Damn!
Now this went on for quite some time, at almost a stalemate, until their tractors were used to tear down their barricades. Posting up a sign that roughly translates to, "Here begins the dictatorship" in French, as blue-collar protesters have no issue hauling away heavy planters.
There it is. That's right. Get those men up in there, man. They blue collar. They're the roughnecks.
Then coming in with a
potato
automatic
gun
firework cannon.
Yeah, bro.
Starting a large tire fire in the courtyard, then dropping off hay bales to make it worse. As eventually,
tires too.
The riot police began to push back the farmers. The tractors did stage somewhat of a counterattack, pushing back the police.
They're not gonna fuck with. They're gonna fuck with those
or abnormally large potatoes.
That's incredibly smart. The way they like organized this, they got the tractors here, so they couldn't bring in any big vehicles. They blocked it off using the tractors. That's incredibly smart.
Even tossing rocks or abnormally large potatoes at the cops. But eventually, the water cannons prevailed, forcing out the farmers from the courtyard. And even whacking the stragglers with their crime-fighting sticks. Where the farmers finally fled the scene, and into the evening, local citizens began collecting the left-behind potatoes, which is just a subtle reminder that these aren't far-left Antifa protesters. These are the farmers.
They're starving people. That's what the fuck they are.
That feed us. So what exactly has them so angry, and whose side should you be on? As the mainstream media basically has zero credibility. Well, let's just look at the AP's article on the South American Free Trade Deal, reporting the farmers believe the agreement will undercut their livelihoods, but there are political concerns that it's driving support for the far right, as the deal will make trade between the EU and several South American countries free from duties on almost all goods. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm an expert in import duties, but what I do understand is this is pretty much the exact opposite of what President Trump is doing for America, as Trump's tariffs get constantly slammed by the liberal media, writing, "The affordability crisis is real and Trump's tariffs caused it," which is exactly what the Democrats want them to say, complaining about the record high prices, despite the fact that this is mainly, if not entirely, their fault, completely ignoring the $200 billion tariff revenue it has generated. And the cash is a nice bonus, but it's not the intended effect of the tariffs. It's the bolstering of both jobs and national security.
I mean, with Trump tariffing the different countries the correct amount of money and getting all these immigrants out of here that are taking up houses and jobs, there's no way that things don't start kind of leveling out, at least. Like, come on.
By bringing manufacturing back to America, which the corporate media already has their lies ready and waiting, despite the huge investments into American manufacturing across several industries totaling hundreds of billions of dollars. So although I'm not exactly certain of the specifics of selling out your local farms for cheaper foreign food, I completely distrust the mainstream media's pluses as to why it's good for us, as the AP's article again frames this as worrisome far-right rallies, saying this free trade deal...
You see, like, the corporations want you to think it's because the reason why prices are going to go up is because of Trump's tariffs. But if you notice, like, the produce and stuff, if their prices go up, it's because they're importing the produce. If they want the produce to go down, stop importing it and get it from the local farmers. Like, the tariffs are doing what they're supposed to do. Like, without a question. If you keep buying all these products from Japan at a breakneck, like, fraction of the cost that you could get from an American toy company, well, maybe you should stop doing that, because you blaming Americans and the fact that Trump's doing the tariffs isn't going to change the fact that maybe you should be doing what you do as a company and figuring out which of these products is going to be cheaper. And it looks like if you get it from American-made toy companies, it'll probably be cheaper.
Will counteract China and the US's blitzkrieg. The mainstream media's false framing has become so insane, every article is basically, here's the racist, evil, misogynistic, mean to puppies, Nazi Trump policy, versus or equal rights, feed the needy, healthcare for everybody, globalism agenda. It sounds like a joke, but we just saw them literally do exactly that. Invoking Trump's tariff blitzkrieg is no accident, especially in a short article that suggests farmers as far right 5 times. It's almost like there's this preconceived agenda to get you against the local farmers, and just accept whatever genetically modified soy slop the third world will serve you. But the worst part about all of this is finding out exactly what is going on at the European Union right now. Apparently they're threatening them, saying money today or blood tomorrow, as they need more money for Ukraine.
Around about 137.
That's exactly what was going on with America, too. America was going into tremendous debt, funneling all of our taxpayer dollars to all these foreign fucking countries.
€1 billion.
And they wonder why the trust with the Democrats is so low right now.
Should cover 2/3.
They're literally trying to scrape together all of the country's wealth and send it to a foreign country. It's crazy.
And this is not just about numbers. And it is also about ramping up the cost of war for Russia.
With the UK's Prime Minister, to take care, explaining who their real enemy is.
Putin's appetite for conflict and for chaos is already there, and it will only grow. And Russia is already menacing our skies, our waters, our streets, and our national security.
Preparing their citizens to sacrifice themselves for war.
It's absolutely clear that Russia's hard power is something to fear. Sons and daughters, colleagues, veterans will all have a part to play, to build, to serve, and if necessary, to fight. And more families will know what sacrifice for our nation means.
It's bad enough they've proven they just see their citizens as tax cattle to fund all their ineffective progressive nonsense, but now they're saying they see your sons as sacrificial lambs to a war that a majority of them forgot about. Which brings up the bigger concern of all those foreign newcomers that already fled this war once before when Ukraine was initially invaded and have been receiving social benefits in the EU ever since. So if these European leaders think they can just send their citizens to be the first to fight their newest war to defend the men that refuse to fight it, I think their protests are going to become a lot worse than manure. So if you appreciate
he's right. I think he's right.
Concise.
All right, W decoy, man. W decoy. And let's finish this up. W Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Let's go, Midwest Safety. Boom.
Problem.
Stop. Do not fight me. Put your hands behind.
Did she like wet herself? Why the front of her pants like?
And that's the problem.
Stop. Do not fight me. Put your hands behind.
I'm not gonna put my hands against. I'm not gonna fight you.
Do not fight me, or I'm going to put you on the ground. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Listen, shut up.
No, you stop talking.
Okay, shut up. I get it. These kids are not the problem here.
Come on.
Wait. No, stop.
This is not going to go well for you. You're going to go.
Stop right here, please. Are you serious?
Yeah, they're serious. You're being a schizo.
Alright. Do you hear that they're laughing? Like,
I don't care.
why?
Who cares?
Up little kids.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
I'm not beating up little kids.
Stop.
I'm not beating up little kids. Look at this little backside.
See, and this is what I'm saying.
Look at her.
Get in the car.
What a freaking schizo.
This is the fucking, oh my god.
I'll talk to you in a minute. So tell me what happened.
Okay, the little girl right here with the purple on, she pushed her down. She called her, and then she pushed the little girl down.
Let me tell you, because the girl.
Hold on, guys, give me a second. Here's what we have to do, so that way we get everything straight.
Yeah, he's got to talk to each individual person, like alone. Like that's just how it is.
Officers come in, we're going to talk to everybody one at a time, okay? You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She put her hands on.
Okay, yeah, let's all talk over here, guys. You break out my window, you're getting a felony charge. You understand that?
You're a real f***ing hard ass. Hear that?
Do you understand?
Now you're what, 21?
No.
What, you're 22?
No, I'm 35.
Oh, hard ass. Oh.
What happened, sweetheart?
Riding my bike and my truck.
Where were you riding your bike at? Over on Orange?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then she came up to me and pushed me off.
So you were just riding your bike and she just pushed you off willy-nilly?
And then she was trying to touch me.
36, if you could step it up. She's trying to break out my window. Give me just a second, guys.
I didn't think you're getting somewhere.
Stop!
No!
Stop!
Don't let me
Stop!
Give me a minute!
No!
No!
You need to stop. Act like a grown-up. How old are you?
They have to interview every single person, and then you will be able to tell your side of the story. Jesus freaking Christ. What is wrong with these people?
How old are you?
How old are you?
This person. And it ain't no these people. This person.
Your age.
Okay, then you need to start
Then why the hell are you acting like a 5-year-old, man?
Give me a minute to act like your age.
Okay, then I'm telling you, sit in the back of this car, relax, and I will come talk to you.
You're giving all these children a minute.
Correct.
Oh my God, bro.
They're the alleged victims, so you need to
relax.
You need to relax.
I was on their side. I was on their
side. You need to relax. I will come talk to you and get everything figured out. But right now, you need to relax and act like an adult.
That's not fair.
Do you understand?
No, I don't. I have children.
I am trying to talk to them.
No one cares.
No, they don't.
You can't. It doesn't matter if you have kids. You can't go around and push kids around.
Please.
Okay, I'll stay with it.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so what's going on? Explain it to me. I want you to take 5 deep breaths.
Oh, take 5 deep breaths.
Take 5 deep breaths.
Clear 10-3, I've got units here, thank you. Sorry, sir.
I'm trying to get my bike back, but she was like...
Did she, take your bike?
She put me off the bike and I was trying to grab it, but she was trying to touch me.
Okay.
Then she put her hands around your neck. That's what Tom said. Did she was choking you?
Did she choke you out?
I think she was trying to.
So she put her hands around your neck. Do you remember that? Or did she just like grab your chest or your arms?
She put one of her hands around my neck.
On the front or the back?
I think on the side. Then she pushed
On
me
the
off.
side?
Then she pushed me off my bike.
These kids are literally all that like we have as like, you know, all that we have as like what's given to them. Like look around.
Bro, she's fucking schizo. Why the hell is she out in the general population? Put this bitch in a box. Throw away the key. Seriously, why? Just why, man?
Just straight up like
She can't even talk in a sentence.
like these kids have tried every moment.
I want you want to make a bet she's got a laundry list of prior offenses, or at least some prior offenses. There's no way she doesn't.
Had to say the word like they have said, like they have tried my life, and yes, I have kids. I have kids that are their age. So yes, you're right. I'm not scared to say the word because my kids grow
What
up in
the
these
fuck,
streets.
bro?
But she was calling me. She was calling me up about that thing.
Do you guys know this lady at all?
No.
Never seen her before.
We just
You've never
all
seen
came
her?
from her birthday party that we just left from.
Okay.
So what happened?
That sucks. So they was just having a birthday party, and this bitch walk over and start beating up on a little girl. Man, that's messed up.
Today.
I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but like my
You are crazy. You're schizo.
Oh my god, I can't. They're like these kids are like they're just like they're terrorists.
What do they do today?
I pay money, taxes, and all the things. Like, trust me, I've gone to jail. You can look me up. I know.
Oh, big surprise. Who would have guessed it?
You can look me up, Alexander. Like, you can look me up in Collier County. Like, you can see, like, I've been to jail in Collier County. Like, it's not a shame. I have, but these kids.
What do they do to you today, or what happened?
Today, they just literally, it was like you know, you have kids. Do you have kids?
I do. All right, who's next? Who can I talk to next? You called?
I'm the one that called.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk over here real quick. What'd you see?
Not much. All I seen was the kids were running from the park. You could see she was throwing stuff. She was chasing them. And then they got to this corner and turned, and then she's walking back. That little girl was riding her bike, and that lady just walks up and pushes her off the bike, pushes her to the ground and everything. And then at that moment, I called.
She said she didn't see much. She looked like she seen the whole damn thing.
911 because you're not going to assault a minor.
Right.
And then my mom went over there to try to defuse the situation and everything.
Okay.
Can you please just like?
Yo, W neighborhood, by the way. What a great neighborhood.
Oh, I'm gonna wait for a female officer to get here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait because you're crazy. And then you get like this lady saying, "Oh, he touched me and did all this shit." Nah, hell nah.
Just
Not today, son.
Like a second, like a little bit, unhook them a little bit because I literally cannot think straight.
Oh, what? Last time I checked, your wrists don't affect your ability to think.
Without like the fact that like these kids,
Okay.
they have.
Give me a second.
They have, which I get it.
Don't
Like,
fall for this trap. Don't do it, man.
To think that like they're all to be blamed for like everything. Everything's racist
Okay.
and everything. It's all race, and I get it. I do, but like I'm
It's all race whenever that's all you think about. Of course.
not the one. I'm
So why? So what happened today?
Today I can't. Can you just pinch my nose? Like, this is crazy.
Want me to get you a tissue or something?
Yeah, just grab my shirt and grab my nose. Just grab my shirt.
No. Don't do that.
Grab my nose. Grab my nose. Okay.
What?
Alright.
So now tell
That's
me what
gross. The fuck?
Like, there's nothing that can go wrong. And like, I grew up in Naples, Florida, where like, honestly, nothing can really go wrong. Like, but like, everything.
These kids.
I can't listen to this incoherent retard talk. I can't do it. It's actually hurting me.
If I did it,
Thank you.
y'all gonna get me. Period. So it's time for them to get got. And I'm not gonna like, especially by her being a little girl. What are you guys neighbors? No, don't know her from a can of paint.
So you approach them.
I love that saying. Don't know her from a can of paint. I like that. That's what's up, man.
No.
Hell yeah, get him, boy. That's what I'm saying.
From a can of paint.
So you approach them just to talk to them.
I approached them like.
You approached them to be a fucking schizo. That's why you approached him, you crazy schizo.
I mean,
Okay. And you just wanted to.
okay.
She's the reason why lobotomies should be still a thing. Sorry, but that's
what
the
they
truth.
seem, and literally came up to me like I
Should
was
still be a thing.
their best friend. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that they approached me.
Bro, I can't. The way she talks makes me want to slap her and say, please get an American education. Like, ha ha ha. No.
We were all just chilling at home, and then we seen this lady.
Were you outside or inside?
We were outside.
I'm skipping her parts because she's so incoherent. Nothing that she's saying is making any sense. It makes no sense what she's saying.
Like chilling outside, and then we seen the kids running from the park.
Okay.
We could see her chasing them. What caught my eye was she was trying to get like a branch from a tree that's out here.
Okay.
She couldn't get it, so she continued chasing the kids. He ends up yelling at the kids to like go home. They're running, she's chasing them, and then they turn this corner, lost her for a bit, and then we see her walking back. They're being kids and following her, thinking it's fun, but the little girl was on her bike, not even bugging this girl, and she just comes up and pushes her off the bike, and then she's off the bike, she grabs the bike, and then like pushes the girl and everything.
So did she just push the girl, or did she choke her? Because we're hearing that might have happened.
So from what I see, she pushed the girl. There was a bunch of kids and everything, so I couldn't see everything because I was across the street.
Okay.
He was there from the beginning.
So what'd you see?
I went in the store to get change, and that happened.
At the grocery store right there?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn, we got people from everywhere. We got all walks of life that witnessed this crazy shit. Bro was just trying to get some change, and he was like, what the hell is going on out there?
Okay, so what exactly did you see?
I watched her chase all them boys and call them.
Okay. What else happened?
I watched her do that.
But what physical? What did you see physical happen?
I seen a stick or something get thrown.
She threw a stick at them?
Something.
Okay. Did you see who specifically she threw it at, or was it just kind of the group as a whole?
Hey, which one of y'all she threw that stick at?
She was throwing it at the group of them, all of them.
Okay.
She was throwing it at all of them.
At all of them? Okay. So did you see the girl get pushed off her bike?
That there, I did not see.
No worries, no worries.
But I believe it did happen.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Did you see anything else happen after that?
Bro.
No.
The lady showed me and the little girl and the little boy.
How is it the one with all the missing teeth is the only one that is actually like trying to he's the only one that's speaking coherently, and the lady too. The lady was very coherent, and man, this community's cooked. The lead levels must be very high in this community.
All right, here, have a seat in here.
Especially at her house. Wherever she's from, especially from her house.
Please take these. I just want you to take, give me a little bit of, I already loosened them.
Have a seat in there. We're going to figure everything out.
Lady, you gotta have the handcuffs on. They're not gonna take that off. You're gonna have to suck that shit up.
Explain to us what happened after
It looks like this lady's not, this cop, she is not dealing with it.
They
I
won't
can
be
see
able
it
to
in her
help you out with
face.
that.
I see it in her face, man.
Have a seat. Push up.
Big step up. Big step.
There you go.
There we go.
Keep explaining to me. Keep explaining to me what happened.
I suck.
Well, I want you to explain
Bro, she's so cooked. She knows she's so cooked. She knows she's so cooked. She knows it. She knows it. She knows it. She's so cooked, all she can do is say incoherent shit that nobody understands.
No, she's so...
Yes, I wasn't here.
No, she doesn't.
I do. I wasn't here, so can you tell me from the beginning what happened?
He's trying the benefit.
Okay, this is...
Ugh.
Can you just... Another
Oh, dude, I can't deal with her talking, dude.
She pushed her against the gate.
Her? What happened?
I was just going back to her house.
Who's her?
Me, you're there.
Oh, okay. Okay, hi.
So we were going back to my house, and then the lady was chasing the little kids.
What was she saying?
I don't know if she's drunk.
Okay, just screaming.
She's drunk.
Okay.
So usually when people are drunk, I don't mess with people that are drunk.
Yeah.
We're laughing, but we're laughing at something else. She's like, oh, you think it's funny, da da da, and we're over here saying, we're not laughing at you, and then out of nowhere, she sees her laughing and she pushes her to the gate.
What gate?
This exact gate, but on the other side of these.
But on the Orange Avenue side? Okay. All right. And she just pushed you for no reason?
Yeah.
How old are you?
13.
13? Okay.
My kids are the same
Jesus, bro. Like, what is wrong with you, lady?
age as these kids. Yeah. That girl in the purple right there. Yeah. She gets to grow up, right? Okay. She gets to grow up with kids who deal with like kids.
Oh, I can't listen to this fucking moron talking.
To you, okay? Just slide in for me.
Oh.
I'd like to explain it to you, but I need you to slide in a little bit, okay? Yeah, that's fine. I just need you to slide in a little bit for me, okay?
Yeah, I love it when people do that. They're like, "Oh, you're a dick," and you're just like, "I don't really give a shit. Do what you're being told to do. Otherwise, things are gonna get very rough for you." That's just all there is to it. Like, just
Can you do that?
get in the back of it.
No.
Okay, so if you don't do
So
that,
I
I'm
would
going
love
to
for you
charge
to push me in. I want to talk to you.
Okay, I'm done talking with you, so...
You have not talked to me at all.
I've talked to you enough. I'm done.
You haven't talked to me at all.
They're done because they're just like me. You're not making any fucking sense. Nothing you're saying makes any sense because you're incoherent and you're stupid. And you're in this neighborhood bullying children. You're going to jail. Enjoy jail, dumbass.
You're getting 2 counts of child abuse, disorderly intox, and resisting with
Damn! Ho ho ho! Fuck! That's some hefty Jesus!
Okay? Do you have any questions for me? Yeah, what are your questions?
Why am I being charged with anything
Well, we tried to get your side of
involving a
this
child?
because you pushed one child and you pushed another child against the fence.
Do you have proof?
Yes, I have witnesses.
Where?
There are eyewitnesses everywhere, you moron.
Can I see proof? I've
Sure,
never...
we'll be on your PCA. Slide in for me.
Are you going to push me?
I will if I need to, so I'm going to need you to just
You're
slide
going to jail.
But I have not touched a child.
It doesn't matter what you think or feel. Go to jail. Bye-bye. Look, the lady's already back there. She already knows what's about to happen.
But I haven't.
You know what I had said earlier? This lady's not here to fuck around.
No, but he's putting hands on me. I haven't touched him.
You've been resisting. Just slide in.
No.
You're going to jail, lady.
Alexander, come towards me.
You're going to jail.
Sit towards me. There you go.
Enjoy prison. Bye-bye.
This is not right. You know this isn't right. No way. No way.
She really thought. Bro, what do you think he was just gonna walk out? Come on.
You do understand that if you keep this behavior up, we will have to put you
Preventatively, if we could.
You just want to do it now? Yeah. Okay. All right, this is for you.
There it is, boy.
To prevent any further damage to any property or any further charges.
You just need to slide
Hold
your feet in for me.
yourselves accountable.
There we go. Bye-bye.
Seatbelts. Did you remove the seatbelt?
I removed the seatbelt before putting this on. You want me to click it back?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that from the other side.
Yes, sir.
I gotta give you one of these.
What's wrong with you?
Just relax.
What's wrong with you?
Just relax.
No, what's wrong?
Just relax.
What's wrong?
Oh no, they removed the seat.
Your colleague is wrong. You guys are wrong. I haven't
Oh,
done
shut up, lady. No one cares.
Can we have enough witnesses to show that you have?
What?
There's a different kind of danger when abuse happens in public because it means the person doing it isn't afraid of witnesses. This wasn't a private meltdown.
I wonder how much she does that to her kids.
Bad moment. This is someone willing to strike children, spit slurs in front of people, and daring anyone to intervene. That tells you right there was no line left to respect, not even with an audience watching. And every second this dragged on taught those kids something about power, fear, and who's allowed to lose control. Kids don't just hear slurs, they feel the weight of adults choosing this behavior while everyone watches. It imprints and rewires what normal looks like to these kids.
Right.
I've learned that children who witness public abuse are significantly more likely to normalize violence and repeat it later in life. So this wasn't just stopping a scene, it was stopping a lesson before it followed these kids home and grew up with them.
This suspect, Alexandra, was charged with 2 counts of child abuse, resisting
Great
without
bodily
violence,
harm.
and disorderly intoxication.
Ooh.
She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Oh, W Midwest Safety. What a great video. I'm rolling up out of here for the day. Be back tomorrow. Peace. Oh, actually, no. Monday. See y'all Monday. Monday morning, bright and early. We rolling.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fire. Even when you feel low, you can still The blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go. Hey kid, I don't ever slow up.
All right, we're out. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't